guys know though, I am going to have to end at 4.
That's
Hello,
fine.
everybody. My name is Unrested. I am here with the Psychodump team. Today we are playing once again our very first adventure of Starblade Saga. Last week, if you had watched our episode, we all created characters. We got 2 new joiners today who are going to quickly roll up some fast characters, but we're going to jump headfirst into our first session of a giant campaign within the Starblade universe. So, rest of you, introduce yourself, please.
Hey everybody, it's Crypto, as you know me on Psychodump, Kyle, as everybody knows me here. I'll be rolling a Deep Dwarf from Drethconia. We've talked about Drethconia in the past. I will turn my camera over to Rule 20 so everybody can see the dice rolls.
Pat, why don't you go next?
What's up, everyone? I'm Fat Pat. I will be playing a vampire elf, a rogue.
From the planet Dendron Prime. Okay. Next up, Bjorn. Who do we got?
Yeah, I'm Grand. Yeah, you can see me because I'm awesome. I'm going to play as a Vatborn / Subciv from the planet Cepharian 15.
Okay.
And we have 2 new people joining us. Mr. Dan.
Dan Swan.
Hi, I'm Daniel, and I will be rolling a thief human guy, and his name is James.
Okay. We'll get into that. Well, I have a bunch of questions to ask, but we'll get into it as we roll up the character. And let's just do who's Ashley's next?
Yep, hey, I'm Ash. I don't know what I am.
Wow, so existential, Ash. Very Circe Kierkegaard. Okay. Let's go ahead and just...
I think Scott broke.
That was a good pose, though.
I love the image that it left of him.
So, Aaron...
He was like looking out the window, all inspirational.
Yep, he's gone.
So Aaron, what are you playing at?
Oh, he's back.
My race is a goblinoid. My subrace is an orc. Character name
that's right.
Corvo Dormathus.
What happened?
You're back. Welcome back.
Scott's back.
Hey.
Or maybe he's not back.
Scott broke.
He broke again.
Oh, so what is this really creepy ambience?
Oh yeah, go to the settings on.
Just make sure you turn all your your Roll 20 voice stuff off.
Yeah, it's off.
Yeah, but the
Did you turn
ambience
on the receiving off as well?
Yeah,
but
receiving is on off.
turn master music volume level down.
Ah, off.
Hello, Sukato-nyan.
I keep getting kicked. I don't know why.
I see that.
Oh no.
So everyone has introduced himself. Scott, take it away.
Okay. So I guess I got questions for Ashley and Dan first. Let me just open up my book here. And let's begin. Can you guys take a look at the character sheet? I want you to look at Force, Mental, Speed, Appeal, Arcane, and Vigor. Those are the things that we're going to start off with.
Okay.
I want you to roll, and you can type this in for a roll. You click on the little decahedron. You like that? You like that, decahedron?
Oh, okay, I see it.
Okay, click on the decahedron and type in an advanced roll as 6 dice 20. Okay, so I guess you only have to really change roll 1 to 6.
Where do you see it? Oh, 6 what?
Dice 20.
60 20s.
Yeah.
Right.
That giant group of points that you get is what you'll disperse over each of those abilities. No ability can start above 18.
There we go.
I'm sorry, no ability can start above 20. I'm sorry.
All
Why
right,
did you roll a d6, Ash?
You're probably better not asking me
Alright, so
questions
I
here.
have 59 points to spread, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, that would make sense.
Alright.
Now, if you don't like it, whenever we originally did this, you were able to roll up to 3 times, but
Yeah,
if
if you want to do 3 more rolls, that's fine. Pick the best roll.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Wow, I got a
Oh,
natural
82.
20 in that
Yeah,
one.
there you go. That's a nice one.
Okay, so
So
now I
18
gotta
is
roll
the
mine.
maximum for any stat.
I'm sorry. I meant to say 20.
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't go above 20.
That's like 18. It reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice, Ash.
So
That's-
do I? Is it like I can keep rolling? I just roll 3 times and just take the best,
Yeah. Yes.
or okay?
Probably not gonna get too much higher than 80.
Oh, wow.
87.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice one.
So do I just spread my points now?
Yeah, and just think about, okay, to explain each one a little bit, force is pretty much strength, mental is mental, I don't know, IQ, I guess. Speed is your dexterity and how fast you move. Appeal is how good you look and how good you talk. Arcane is how in touch you are with like magic in the universe and psychic powers too. And vigor is like your health, your constitution, how healthy you are, how many hit points you have. So
Alright,
I
I'm doing
mean,
it real quick.
vigor goes into a factor of how many hit points you have. It's not your actual hit points, so don't worry.
Accidentally left the campaign. Don't show me that again.
I don't even remember what I was gonna go.
16.
A kangaroo person, you said?
Yeah, I was gonna go kangaroo person, of course.
You were supposed to be a
Alright.
coward.
Tell me if this is a good balance. 15, 15, 20, 12, 10, 10.
Tell me your speed again. What's your speed?
20.
Yeah, that's a good balance then. Pretty much all you really need to worry about is speed, maybe mental a little bit, because there might get into some puzzle traps. You said you want to be a human thief, but you said something like a pirate too?
Yeah, I'll be able to handle myself in a fight.
Would you consider yourself a thief like in like a medieval era or like a futuristic thief? Or like a modern day thief? Like what's
Yeah, probably a modern. No, a medieval thief, because that's where like
Okay.
a lot of mechanical traps.
a mechanical? Okay, why don't we put you in like a rune punk or a steampunk place that you're from?
Yeah, I want to be able to handle like disarming traps and stuff.
Let's say
I
your
want to
guy
be the
is
chest opening guy.
okay.
Stuff
Okay,
like that.
that's perfect. Let's put you in. Okay, you're from a place called Ortho and Sogon. It's actually two planets that are right next to each other, and in between those planets, there's a place for like space pirates.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of like Spelljammer, but
Alright,
like your
so-
space pirate.
What's the place called?
Ortho, which is just like orthodontics,
Ortho.
O-R-T-H-O, and Sogon, which is S-O-G-O-N.
And Storgon.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that's the planet you're from. It's kind of a rune punk, which is like a mix between medieval and steampunk. Like everything's run by the power of like precious rocks.
Ooh, okay,
So-
I can dig that.
Yeah.
One of the rocks.
So it's not.
They like toss the rocks in the water.
Ash, have they
Yeah.
given you? Has anybody given you the
Whoa.
character sheet yet?
Yes, Pat
Okay.
did.
I just wanted to make
All
sure.
right. So what's next?
Okay. Your life count is vigor times 2.
All right. So I have 20.
And your power count is arcane times 2.
20.
Okay. Your hunger is half of your vigor.
5.
Your thirst is half of your force.
If it's like a number with a remainder? Round up or down?
Oh, you always round up. In my game, you will always round up. I always try to give people the benefit.
So like 8? Is it 15 divided by 2?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What's your force?
15. So is it?
Yeah. So what you'd have 7.5. So
Alright.
make it 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And for your race, you say you want to be human. What if you're like? Would you mind if you're
Anything humanoid.
humanoid? Okay. Just call yourself. Let's see. On that planet, Ortho and Sogon is kind of like almost like trans-dimensional Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like a mix
Uh,
of like bipedal animals. But you can be a human in there because the space pirates are mostly human type things. Just call yourself.
Wait, you mean I
How
could
about
have
you
been
just
like I could have been like a mouse person?
Well, how about no? How about you want to just be like a
Master
gray? A
Splinter.
gray is pretty much like a human alien type. I mean, they're
Like
both like. I mean, your eyes are just kind of bigger.
like the aliens from XCOM original. Those kind of grays.
Kind of, but not so frail. Like they're just like imagine like those, yeah, like the sectoids. But imagine like with a normal human body, but that sectoid kind of head and more formed like nose and mouth.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you ever
like
read
it.
like the
Do they have what is their like disposition? I don't want to be all like stuck up or anything like that.
Oh no! Like they're just like, well, pretty much the space pirates in general are multiple races that kind of, okay. So those two planets, Ortho and Sogon, it's kind of a weird situation. Like they used to be one planet, and then it got divided into two by like the Azoth god, the evil god who rules the universe, and when he split it, he made sure to split. He like went out of his way to split everybody who had like family relationships, like intimate relationship, lover relationship. He split all of them onto the two planets just to torture both of these planets.
Huh.
And in between, the space pirates hover around, like waiting for them to travel back and forth to steal stuff from like caravans and cargoes and stuff
okay.
in space.
I
So
already
that-
like this.
Yeah. So that's kind of what you are. You're like kind of a man of opportunity. Like
Alright,
that's,
so what
you're not
race?
gray, just gray. Grea. Why? Why?
EY gray.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
Okay. Do I have a group affiliation? Is there like a formal name
Yeah.
for the Space Pirates?
There's clans within the Space Pirates. We'll get into that later. Why don't you just do group for now, and later we'll do like subgroup or something like
All right. I'll just say Space Pirate. Space Pirate.
that. Perfect.
All right.
Homeworld, you already wrote that. That's fine. Okay.
Yep.
Occupation. You can actually say your occupation is Space Pirate. That's fine.
Occupation.
Height and weight, you can pretty much choose anything you want. Your guys
What is the
tend to-
average among grays?
Yeah, the average would be 2 meters and like a low weight for 2 meters. So like probably like 98 kilograms to 90 kilograms. 180 pounds to 200 pounds. Like that would be a low weight for 2 meters tall. They tend to be pretty tall.
Okay.
Eye
So 2
color
meters.
tends to almost always be black, solid black, or variations thereof, like indigo blue, like just super dark, something super dark.
Okay.
Hair color, hair is either super light or non-existent.
I'd rather have some hair.
You can even put like translucent, or if you want to do like a translucent glow type hair, like if you have like neon hair, that's okay too.
I don't know. That might give you away.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta
too.
wear like a hat over it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
No,
I think I'll
too
go light
flashy.
white hair.
Okay. Now you can even do clear too, and it just looks like cellophane, like all wrapped together, like white like that. All right. Build and shape tends to be lean muscle, usually. Sub race. I don't know if you're gonna have a sub race for right now. I think we'll just stay with gray for right now. And character names. I mean, you can choose anything you want. James is fine.
I
you
like
can
it.
say that.
It's my pirate pseudonym.
I don't really say like anybody has to match up like what they are to any kind of name. Okay, and let's do. If you're happy with that, is okay if I move on to Ash.
Go ahead.
All right. Feel free to add more details as you want. We will be adding more, so don't worry about that. Oh, and you can work on, and this can be pretty much anything aside from adding like armor to yourself. Headwear, footwear, eyewear, attire, and jewelry, as long as the jewelry is not like, I own super precious gold that's worth millions of dollars in the universe. Like,
I want
just
to start off with a bag of holding.
I start off with like a non-demo door, like Doraemon. Okay, Ash, you are a kangaroo person, huh?
Yes, I would
armor
like
attire.
to be. I would like to be the living embodiment of Space Australia.
Space Australia. I like it. Well, okay. You have two choices then. Okay.
All right.
You have the planet that that James's character, James, or Dan's character, James, came from. They have like pretty much bipedal mutants. Like they're not actually mutants. They're just every animal you can imagine stands on 2 feet there and is extremely intelligent. But you also have a planet called Sarcophage, and Sarcophage is kind of like, imagine if Egypt was an entire planet. It's got like pyramids. There's a snake race on there called the Followers of Set. There's a lion race people, and there tends to be other animals that can live in a desert environment. So there's like kangaroo people too. There's beetle people. There is I guess like what else? There's like people called the Paramanoids, which are like worshippers of the pyramids and stuff like that. But if you want to be a kangaroo person, they're just called kangas. That's it, just Kanga.
That's better than what I was calling them.
What
I was
was
calling
that?
them
Rubes?
angaroos.
You can just call this Kanga.
All right, Kanga.
You should make your guys' name should be Kangas Khan. No, please don't name him that.
He can be in like a raiding tribe, right? And he can be the Khan of it.
Yeah. There you go.
Genghis Khan.
Kangas Khan. That'd be funny.
You should totally use that name.
Yep. Come get me, Pokemon. You can't stop me.
So, okay, which one would you rather be from? Would you rather be from Ortho and Sogon or Sarcophage? What do you see yourself as? More of a desert dweller or more of a kind of rune punk? What can I compare rune punk to? Rune punk would be kind of like that sort of in between the future and the past Final Fantasy type look, where like you're like, well, they've got buggy and
was
cart,
something.
but they've also...
Like Gunblades and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go more with Dan, I guess.
Okay, all right.
More high tech.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess Sarcophage isn't necessarily old school. It's kind of like Stargate technology, where it's like a mix between like Egypt and Egyptology and.
Actually, you know what? I'll go with that one then, so that way you can show off a bit more of the world and lore behind them.
I think it'll work out pretty good. Okay. So
how do you spell that?
Oh, Sarcophage is Sarcophage.
All right.
It's supposed to be like sarcophagus, which I was like, oh, make it into a planet-sounding name. So we got that. Okay. Do you have all your stuff written out? Force, mental, speed, appeal, all that?
No, not yet. But that's because I don't know what class I am at the moment.
That's okay. What do you see yourself functioning as in the party?
I watched the first video where everyone was rounding up theirs, and it seems like everyone's gone like off healing or.
We don't have any magic users.
Something.
I don't think.
Yeah, I was thinking something either full magic or full healer, something supportive.
I'm a priest.
He's a priest. He can kind of, but he's more of like a. Yeah, that's true. He can do healing spells. So you could go like more destruction spells, or I guess combat or defense spells, or. I mean, you can go healing too. I don't want to like persuade you in. I want you to be your own unique character, but it's whatever you feel. So like, okay, there's a bunch of crazy different stuff. There's everything from, I guess let's see. Your planet is Sarcophage. Okay, so a lot of the magic that they have on there is like a lot of summoning magic. Like you can summon all different types of like Egypt-based like animals. Like you'd be able to summon like a horde of snakes or like beetle swarm or like stuff like that.
Scarabeetles from The Mummy.
Yeah, not like fucking like the Beatles the band. You don't like have to sit there and listen to Hello Goodbye.
Not Ringo Starr pops out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like, oh, he's so ugly. Let's get out of here.
Yoko Ono ruins everything.
Yeah.
If you use the Beatles skill and score a natural 20, you obviously summon the Beatles.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll be going magical. So force and mental would be the main two stats I'd be going then.
Actually, mental and arcane will be the two ones you want. Force,
Okay.
force is actually like muscle, like physical force.
Yeah.
So while he's doing that, what kind of attire do my character wear? Do pirates?
Pirate clothes.
I know. I don't want to just write down pirate clothes.
Like
A bandana,
linen
hook.
cloth.
No, I'm just joking. You guys tend to wear stuff that you've scavenged from like other people, so it can be like a hodgepodge. I'd say anything from like you'd probably wear like
What kind of materials do they use for clothing over there?
okay. I mean you're using the range of like everything from leather, hide. Of course, a lot of hide because they'll skin each other just to like wear each other's hides.
So
There's a lot of variation in hide and leather. So just think of
leather
that.
boots. Leather boots. What are the body parts I could use?
Headwear, footwear, eyewear. You could have a patch.
Yeah, exactly. I want to have an eye patch.
Yeah, do an eye patch. And attire is just attire is just everything. And jewelry, I guess you could. I don't know.
Gaudy.
Have a big gold hoop.
Gaudy rings.
Nice. Headwear. I mean, you can do a bandana if you want. Like that wouldn't be that outrageous, but you could think stuff like also like a headband, and then like your hair's all poofed up through it, or like dreadlocks, or
Yeah, like
something
Jack
crazy.
Sparrow.
I think I'll
all
go
kinds of-
conservative, like, and just wear a headband,
Okay.
or wear a bandana,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
and then
Yeah, footwear, boots would
Leather
be
boots.
the number one use. That'd be pretty common.
leather boots.
All right. Cool.
So eye patch, bandana, some leather boots, and yeah.
Attire is just like pants and shirt that you want to choose, or if you don't really want to worry that much about it, you don't have to either. I'm not going to assume you're naked. Don't worry.
I am. I assume that.
I'm just gonna. Oh wait,
It's a whole
so
different.
actually, do me a favor, and can you list to me every body part that can be considered items? So you have eyewear, or I'm gonna
Oh.
eyewear, headwear,
And footwear. I mean, and then of
Footwear.
course, like pants would cover your whole legs. I guess like pants or shorts, and then torso. So torso and
Yeah.
I mean, and if you
And
want to
torso.
add like your arms, you could like write out like gauntlet for arm. Like,
Yeah,
you can.
I
I mean,
just-
you can put a gauntlet.
organizing my character sheet.
You might want like fencing gauntlets or like I'm pretty open ended to like people wearing anything. They can get almost anything they want because they're playing in the whole damn universe. So like every level of technology, I guess I would just say don't give your character. Don't be like he's got a fucking cannon arm and stuff like like that's the only thing I ask people. Don't do anything that'll give you advantages. Just this is all fluff. This isn't crunch.
Right. I'm not gonna write down what I'm wearing on my chest and legs. I'm just gonna assume it's clothes.
Yeah, I would say probably if I was imagining your character, it'd be like a tech vest. You'd have like a vest that's leather but with a lot of pockets. You'd probably have like a shirt would be like I'd say probably not like it wouldn't be a button up. It would be kind of like a V-neck, probably tunic type looking thing, like a V-neck tunic. And like for pants, I'd probably imagine like studded leather. And that's not the kind of studded leather that's like armor or dominatrix based either.
And
Just
Ash
right.
is only wearing a hoodie.
I refuse to
Alright.
wear pants.
That's
So-
fine. It would make sense.
I
Imagine
don't know
trying to
how
find
they would
pants.
make pants for a kangaroo.
I mean, it probably would hinder him if he did.
You finished rolling your stats, Ash?
Yes, I believe I have.
Okay, so then make sure you do life count is vigor times 2,
Yep.
and power count is arcane times 2.
I'm sorry, I'm getting messages from Kyle. They're too good.
What happened? You want to watch? You want to watch more Peppa Pig?
Oh my gosh.
What are you guys
Hey.
laughing at?
Hey Kyle, did you get that picture that Grant sent you about the Pug Factory?
Yes, but I've seen that before.
This is hilarious. Ashley, what'd you decide to name your kangaroo?
Patrick Ryan Tobin.
Okay. How did you know my middle name?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Lay down.
I've got my way.
I know Kyle told you.
No.
Yeah, he just said to me then, please name your character Patrick Ryan Tobin.
Oh, good.
And then he just sat there giggling.
Kyle can't help but giggle anytime my middle name is involved.
I know, it's my favorite middle name.
Hey Kyle, want me to blow your mind?
Go ahead.
My brother's name is
I know.
my middle name with an A in front of it.
I know.
Oh, I have your brother added to our XCOM team, and I put him down as Aryan Yahoo.
Okay, guys, so has everyone got their stats rolled? Are we ready to actually start an adventure?
I'm ready anytime you are. Okay, let's just do a little bit more for Ash. Ash, you see yourself as a magic user. Do you want to be a destructive magic user, or a summoning magic user? Because those are the two time.
Fireballs.
Would you like to see stuff destroyed with fire and explosives and?
Fire.
Yeah,
Or would you like to?
let's just go. Let's go for firepower.
Okay, so just put yourself down as just put yourself down as flaming. No, I'm just joking. For Egypt, hold on one second. Let me look at.
Kill it with fire magnets.
So I'm gonna predict that we're all gonna get blown up at one point.
I'm the Rey Conholio. I'm the TV for my bone.
Oh, I chucked that
Oh,
fireball
okay.
too close.
You're called a sand blazer.
Yeah, I bet he is.
Yeah.
More like that.
Oh my god, can I be addicted to drugs? Can I have crippling addiction?
You could if you want to.
I can only see that working out well for the party.
Don't expect me to help you support your habit.
You've got some skooma, yay!
It's skooma. You skooma head.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I need to have a I
You
need a
need to have a
crippling
crippling
addiction.
skooma addiction.
Can me and Ash be a couple?
Sure, if you want. Well, I think we'd probably have to let that develop because everybody's meeting for the first time. You can let that develop if you want to. That's fine.
That'd be a little weird.
Let's do this, Kyle.
It would be good role playing. I'll give you points if you really play it off, man. Okay, guys, before we start, one thing I'd just like to let you know, when we play, this first episode is going to be pretty much an introductory episode that actually introduces the game, how you play, and each other's characters to each other. One of the things about the Starblade Saga universe, when we play, these are 5 things I'd like you to write down real quick to remember while you play. I give points more for role-playing than beating the shit out of everything because I feel like that makes it more fun. One thing that's important to always try and do is use your 5 senses when you're exploring the world that I create for you. And by that, I mean sight, sound, taste, touch/feel, and
Can I
gonna
please
taste all
lick
the
that wall?
May
the
I,
snozberries
may
taste
I,
like snozberries.
may I feel the texture of the wall?
Oh.
Just you don't have to be okay, you walk into the next room, all right, I want to touch, taste, feel, smell. Don't do that every time, but just if you
Oh
can.
man, that's like an adventure game almost. Touch, taste,
It's almost
feel.
like
Or
I wanna
I'm playing
wanna-
Ultima. Name, job, help, please.
I wanna lick the doorknob.
Okay. Add a negative fetish to your skill sheets. You've now got doorknob fetish. We've
Bjorn contracts syphilis.
all right. So let me go ahead and just get us started. If you guys are okay, I'll go ahead and get us into the adventure.
Hi.
All right. Here we go. Let's get you started. All right. Okay, all right, here we go. So I'm just going to kind of describe this beginning here. If you have any questions, wait for just a little bit until I say, like, go ahead and do what you want. All right, so pretty much everything around you is just total darkness right now. You can't see anything, and this is for every character. You realize you're starting to just wake up, and you're like really kind of confused. You're groggy. You feel like sedatives are just wearing off from you. And you can't even see anything until your eyes just slowly begin to open. Even then, it's kind of a groggy, misty look. And from what you can tell, you can see that you're in a supine position, laying down, of course, looking up into a glass wall in front of you that's kind of misty, as if someone had been breathing against it and their own inner humidity had like smeared all over the glass. And then suddenly, all at once, you hear a simultaneous whooshing sound as the glass slides down. Steam kind of starts to rise up off the floor, though it's not actually steam. It looks like steam, but it's not going to burn you or anything. And you realize, for those of you who are technology savvy, these are some sort of cryogenic capsule or delivery device that has set you up in a new area that you have no idea where it is. You're not in your home planet. You're sure of that. All of you are sure of that. Those of you who don't understand technology yet, you come from dungeon punk planets or medieval planets, you just feel, yeah, you feel like you're like, maybe this is heaven, maybe this is hell, it's some kind of, you know, divine plane. I'm not sure yet. But as soon as you wake up, you hear kind of a crackling noise, and a PA system starts to announce something. Those of you who don't understand what a PA is think it might be like a voice from the gods. Okay. Welcome to the PTA Ready Room. Please note that all PA announcements and all forms of inter-party communication will be completely understood and translated by lexicom implants. You and your fellow party members have had surgically installed prior to waking. At no time in the test process will communication go offline. But please be aware that lexicoms only have inter-party communication and no outer-party communication skills, so that users are more diligent in learning new languages. Other peer test parties that you will see within the PTA room will be offline, and you will not be able to communicate with them unless you know their language. Okay, so from what you can make out so far, and I'm just kind of describing the scene, you're looking around, you're in a room, it's super sterile. Imagine a futuristic setting, but super sterile, like maybe the Tron setting. This room is like a white globe. If there's any seams in it, there are very, very subtle lines in the walls that show where everything connects. It's a circular room. The pods have all opened and faced each other, and you're either standing up out of your pod or you're sitting up so that you can see the other members. You look around, and your heart's kind of jumping in your throat because you're seeing people and things that you've just never even imagined before. You have no idea if these are friends or foe, but so far nobody's doing anything, so you all decide to remain calm and keep listening to the PA. Okay? Please allow us to direct your attention to the starter room with the pack screen in front of you. Okay? So you're looking over at the wall, and it looks like this room's totally sealed up, but just suddenly one of the walls just kind of looks like it evaporates, for those of you who are less tech savvy, and for those of you who are, it looks like a hologram that disappears. It opens up, and all you see in front of you is just a giant room. I mean, this room is huge. It's probably like almost a mile long, a mile high, and I mean that by in square. And it looks like the holodeck on Star Trek. It's just black. It's got lines that hex out the room and measure it out into different areas. And pretty much what happens then is there's no like tape or anything on the floor saying go here or signs or anything, but a light above you turns on and projects an arrow down onto the floor below you, showing that you should enter into the next room, which is the kind of holodeck looking room.
Okay, so are we
You're left up to your own devices to start playing your character as of now.
I want to go to the arrow. I want to go to the next room.
Does anybody say anything to anybody?
No, I want to move forward. I have trouble seeing because I come from underneath caves. I just want to sort of feel my way about.
Anybody else?
I want to examine everybody. I want to know what everyone looks like.
Okay, looking around the room, you see what looks to be a dirty little short man who's wearing grubby-looking robes and has some sort of clerical symbols looped around in chains and necklaces and all kinds of dangly objects from his robes. There is, let's see, one guy who seems to be in a gritty sort of cyberpunkish getup that is a mix between like a hood that connects to a big robe that flows off of him like a cape. Meanwhile, underneath he's got all different types of well-fitting technological equipment that is kind of beyond you to even understand what it could possibly do. He's got a board strapped to his back that you're not sure if it's like a skateboard or a surfboard or like some kind of technological typing board, but you're unsure. And let's see, we got Cathaden? Am I saying that right? Cathaden. Okay, and you're the orc?
No.
No, I'm the vampire elf.
He's the dampier.
The vampire. I'm sorry. Okay, you see another guy. He's pretty darn tall, but he's slender like you. And looking at him, you feel like, gosh, he's got some of the same appearances as me, but his ears are large and pointy. His mouth has kind of an extension that has teeth poking out from the top and the bottom that are overdeveloped canines. And but his entire build seems extremely slick and mainstreamed to be some sort of physically, what would I say, physically adept, like
All right.
his physical movement and everything. I mean, yeah.
I need to know if he's sparkling.
He is not a sparkling.
Right.
Okay.
Can I?
No sparkling
Why is
vampires
it
in my
always
canon.
me?
Is that everybody?
Why is it always me?
I think the kangaroo is the only one left in the room. We haven't
And the
got
orc.
His what he's wearing is a really amazing look that you've never seen before, of like kind of futuristic leather but with Victorian designs in it. So it's really,
Whoa.
you're just like, wow, what the hell is this? The orc is just your run-of-the-mill barbarian-looking orc. I mean, he looks like he could just smash down every wall in this room if he wanted to. He's built like a brick shit house. You're wondering if you can communicate with this guy. You're like, am I just gonna have to grunt with this dude or what? And then finally yourself, who is a very extravagant alien pirate. No, I'm just joking. You know how you are.
Can I say something?
Sure, feel free. And it's going to be translated, so just say it in common tongue.
So I wanted to ask Catherine, guardedly, do you know where we are?
I have absolutely no idea.
What is this black magic?
Kyle, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle you.
I guess.
That's my question. I'm seriously asking the party.
No, he's seriously, yeah, that's
What is
pretty
this
good.
black
Point.
I'm from I'm Dark Ages, dude.
This is no black magic.
You are the small-looking dwarf with the dirty look, right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know either. Wait, how were we whisked away? It was like a blinding light?
I guess it would vary for who you were.
Yeah.
Like, I was down in the caves. My people haven't seen the light of the surface for, hundreds of years.
Yeah, so he wouldn't have seen much because his race is almost entirely blind and picks up stuff by echolocation. But for you, pretty much the last thing you saw was this weird, like, capsule. It looked like almost like a giant pill capsule. And there's nothing inside of it. It's hollow. And on the back, there's just, like, a little, like, composite of computer-y type parts. And out of it comes these robotic tentacle-type arms like Dr. Octo. And,
Okay.
it's got, like, and those have, like, injectors that suddenly, like, shoot forward, inject you with a sedative. You're knocked out. They scoop you up inside and fly you off to the planet.
Right. So, like, I don't know. I just saw this capsule-like item, and I thought I could sell it, but it just strangulated me, and now I'm here.
What's a capsule?
I don't know.
All right. As the conversation goes into a lull from his from James being dumbfounded with the question,
Oh my god.
you,
Where
you
are you
suddenly
from?
you hear that voice start up again, and it's kind of like a soothing female/computer voice. So it's a mix between the two, and it says, "Party members, we commend you on your nonviolent arrival and wish that you continue this communication. Let us now convene for the fact that the PTA will begin. The PTA is the Peer Test Administration. Here you will be taught how to work together as a team and test your own skills at some puzzles, places, and environments which you may find throughout your adventures." Okay, so from within then, suddenly you start to see like a room materialize around you. So again, this is total black magic for some of you. For the others, you're like, okay, this is some sort of hollow decky thing. Okay. The first thing you see that evolves, like, suddenly appears in front of you, you are in a stone dungeon. And the walls are pretty much made of like different shaped rocks that have been put together with all different types of muck and mud and stuff like that. Little to no light shines in aside from torches that are ornate on the wall. They're bolted hard into the wall. There would be no way to pull them off if you're interested in doing that. And in front of you, there appears to be a portcullis. For those of you who don't know, that's just like a medieval door. You're the Drathconian people. You're very familiar. You're like, oh, this isn't. You're not so scared now. You're like, oh, okay, this isn't so bad. I'm just.
Feels like home.
Feels like home.
You're the
definitely,
rocks and stone.
Yeah, like Kyle, your character was like at first kind of like, oh my god, what the hell? Like you're freaking out, and then now you see this, you're kind of starting to calm down. Your heart rate's starting to beat normal again. Okay, but that door is, or it's really beautifully carved out metal that looks like a mouth, and it's just like a giant mouth, like maybe just like kind of monstrous in its form, like monstrous lips, no eyes or anything like that, just the mouth. And it opens up, and it says, "Pass." That's all it says, just "pass," in a booming voice.
Can I sort of use like, I don't know, can I kind of see if there's anything?
You want to do a detect magic type thing or something
Yes.
on him?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Go ahead and make a 1 dice 20 roll, and we're doing a mental check here.
1d20. Oops. Oh, it's a 3.
You kind of scratch your head, and you're like, oh, the breath smells bad. That's it. You can't really figure anything out with that 3, sorry.
Yeah.
I would like to go forward to the door and examine it.
The door asks you, "Pass?"
Word.
Look above, fool.
Look above? I'll look above the...
Okay, you look above the giant mouth, and there's,
Yes.
it's pretty high up in the wall. Like, you'd have to be like probably 9 feet tall to read this. I mean, to see this, but you can read it pretty clear because it's carved out in a metal plaque that says "Me Ghost," which is just MEGOST. You don't know what the word means, it just says "Me Ghost."
Can I say, I'll say Migos to the door.
Okay, the door's mouth looks like unhappy. It gets like a grimace, and it says, "I'll never say it."
Can we look around the room? Anything else to do?
You look behind you, and it's just 3 other walls, each with a torch on it, and just that mouth for that one fourth wall. That's it. So it's just like you're stuck in a room, and you can't even, like, the place from which you came in is already totally gone.
And so the mouth, which is a door, is leading to nothing right now, yes?
Oh, it might lead to something, but it's
I want-
closed. Like when it talks, like you can't see behind it. Like it just looks like
Mhm.
blackness. You obviously have to get it to like stay open wide enough.
Is there some sort of like hidden meaning or puzzle with the word Migost? Is it like an anagram? Can we like try and see if we can make something else out of it with like an intelligence check or something?
Okay, why don't you make an intelligence check on it?
Is that a 20?
Yeah, that's again. It's always going to be. Everything's probably going to be 20 in this game. I think aside from weapon damage.
Such bad rules. Such
May
bad.
I roll?
Okay, well, I can give you a little bit of hint on that one because it's not so bad. But pretty much that word Migos, you look up and you see, okay, it's written in that plaque, and where it's written, like behind it, there's a lot of space. Like it looks like it's not written in the middle. Like so, like you got your plaque here, and it says space, 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 Migos.
Mm.
Was there something? Was it like erased off the plaque? Is the word not finished?
No, it's there. It's definitely finished. It's been carved in totally.
Are
But
other
it just says
people allowed to
Migos.
make? Are other people allowed to make mental checks on it?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, I guess
Yeah,
I'll
you
give a
can do that
mental
again
check
too.
on it.
Okay, go ahead and do a 1 dice 20 roll. All right, I'll let that one pass. That's one above. All right, you're looking at it and you're like, huh? Has anyone tried to say this word yet?
I have.
Did you? You said it?
Yeah.
Did you shouted it out loud or something? You said it like when did you say it?
I kind of like
I'm
just
sorry.
said it to myself.
Maybe I didn't.
He said it, and then the door said
Oh,
to
okay.
him, "I'll never say it."
Ah, that's right. That's right. Okay. You notice, like, after he said that, Ash, you start to notice that behind that word, a little bit is starting to sparkle on the plaque. Like it's like he said it, and then it started to like.
Maybe can
But
we
he
all
said
try
it.
saying
He said it
together?
really. Okay.
Like, can we all shout Migost
You can-
together?
You can
Does
try it.
everybody want to do that?
I will attempt. Doesn't look like we have any other options. I'm ready to try anything.
Sure,
Good.
I'm down.
Okay,
All right,
so
ready?
yep. Count down,
Mhm.
Scott.
I'm not gonna make you make any kind of roll. Does everybody just shout it?
Yeah, Migost.
Hey, gosh.
Gosh.
Migos.
All right, as each of you say it, that sparkling becomes brighter and brighter and brighter, and eventually it starts to turn into words, like kind of like a, I don't know, a ghostwriter type things, like and starting to write. And it says, "Make it say, Migos."
Make it say Migost.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Door.
Yes.
What is Sogan backwards?
The same thing it is forwards.
What is that?
Door, can you tell me what the plaque says above you?
Yeah, it says a word I shouldn't say.
Why shouldn't you say it?
Because if I say it, then I gotta keep my mouth open all the time.
Mm.
Why do you have to keep it open all the time?
Curse of the Lockjaw.
What's the one word you can't say?
That word above me.
And which word is that?
What? I'm sorry, say again?
Which word is that?
The word above me? What is it?
Yeah.
Look at it and read it yourself.
We can't read, I'm blind.
Well,
Yes.
I don't have eyes either. I'm just a mouth.
That's fair. He's got me there, guys. I've been beaten.
The mouth smiles. It seems like pretty proud of itself. It's like, all right, I'm keeping this on lockdown. I'm doing pretty good.
Is there any way that we can convince you to say the word? Is there anything you want from us, the travelers?
How about you step into my mouth now and I just eat you?
Too big. It won't fit.
Yeah, the only one small enough, I think, is the dwarf. But
The orc looks tasty. A lot of meat.
Well, Orc, why don't you bash the door open?
Okay.
I wouldn't wanna make it mad.
I'm not afraid of the door.
It looks like it could eat us.
Well, it's kind
Okay.
of bolted onto a wall.
I don't have a weapon. I don't really want
Yeah,
to do this.
you guys are. No one has a weapon yet, so I mean, you're just gonna have to like slam it with your fists. I mean, the orc is maybe. What's your strength for the orc?
You mean force?
Yeah, force. I'm sorry.
17.
Yeah, you could probably bend metal if you hit it hard enough. You have to get a really good roll.
Are there any rocks on the ground? Like any anything that could be picked up?
You could probably like rip one out of the wall if you made a a force check on it.
Okay.
What if I like beat you into submission to saying the word?
You could do it, but how do you? You better hope my mouth is still open when you beat me into submission. People tend to close their mouth when they go unconscious, including giant mouths.
If we let you take a nibble off one of us, would you say the word?
Say what word?
The word that you're not supposed to say.
What word is that?
The word on the placard.
I don't know what that word is.
You get to taste the orc. He's all delicious. If you just
Why
say the
am
word.
I always the one getting footed the bill?
Megost. Because you're
I'm
so
not
big.
volunteering.
Well, neither am I. He just volunteered for me.
Well, yeah, we're volunteering you.
I'm trying to feel him out. If they're like,
Well, ever since I'm bigger than you, why don't I just pick you up and throw you in?
Don't
The
throw
whole
me.
time you guys are talking, like this thing is like licking its lips, like meow, meow, meow.
can we rip a rock off the wall and feed it?
I would just throw it at it.
And stick it in his mouth.
Can I ask him what's behind him?
Yeah, you can ask.
Where do you
Alright,
mean?
alright. What's behind you?
My behind.
Oh. You cheeky.
You cock.
You're cheeky.
Door.
Cheeky little door. If I had my weapons, you'd be done for.
But you don't.
Gah!
What a dick.
Oh.
What is this sorcery?
Who's a dick?
You mouth. You got your mouth full of dicks.
Are you calling me a dick? Wait! He says me, and like his mouth gets slightly stuck open.
Oh.
So,
So what do you see when people are? Do you believe in ghosts?
What type of ghost? It gets stuck open the rest of the way. All right, you guys got it. It's stuck. It's locked. It's just kind of like locked open, like He looks super pissed off, and you can hear him kind of like trying to make angry sounds, but his.
We should hurry. Let's hurry.
Yeah,
to this.
I wanna go through the door.
Okay, does everybody go through?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, no checks on that. You guys are okay. You made it through. All right, you walk into that black space that's behind his mouth, and it's almost like you're walking through a totally fake projected wall. You get out the other side, and now the hallway continues into the same type of dungeon area, but it goes around, and it takes kind of a turn. You don't have any choice, so you're just gonna keep walking unless you don't want to. Tell me stop if you want to stop. It makes kind of a U-turn, okay? You come around to the other side, and now all you see in front of you is a lever, like, you pull a lever.
Mhm.
That's all, just a lever. It's just like dead end, same kind of stone-looking area.
I pull the lever without even thinking.
No, you fool!
Okay, you pull the lever?
Yeah.
Okay, make a force check, just to make sure you're strong enough to pull the lever.
No regrets. 15.
Okay, perfect.
My
All
force is
right.
14. Woot.
All right, a voice booms. It says, "Bravery is rewarded." And then suddenly, like, a spiral starts shooting up from the floor, and it looks like a kind of a portal you would step into, or like a kind of a transporter beam.
An excursion funnel.
I step into it.
Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna-
I'll dive right in after him.
Okay.
I cowardly approach the spiral and examine it.
But how? Okay. Do you touch it, or how do you examine it?
I'm looking at it confused, like, what the?
Oh, wait. You're from
What?
Zephyrion 15. You know right away. You're like, this is a transfer beam.
I'm
Transfer.
like,
He fucking told you.
I'm like, what the? Okay.
You're from a cyberpunk planet. You've seen these before. This is not like blowing your mind. You're not like, holy shit, what the fuck's this black magic?
No, I'm just.
That's me, man. What is this black magic?
I'm just looking at it like, why is it here? Why? I'm in a dungeon. Might as well step in.
I mean, from what you can tell, I'm not even going to make you make an intelligence check on that. From what you can tell, it's just like a hodgepodge of all different types of technology to test different levels of adventurers, like from different technological ages. So you guys are of that type of team, so this is that type of test.
Our, like, hikikomori person sucks. He's too scared. We got me and the alien just chilling wherever the hell we are. Fuck knows. I can't even see very well.
You
I'm fucking
don't, man. Just dive right in the spiral.
I slowly
Nobody-
walk into it.
Okay, as you slowly, like, even as you put, like, one finger in, it just goes and sucks you in, so you're gone. All right. Anybody else not stepped in yet?
Yeah, I'm going in right now.
I stepped in.
All right, all
Nah,
those
my
who step in.
fucking character's throwing his hands up. He's like, nah. I'm staying the fuck out of this.
Okay, and you all pop out on the other side. And wait, so somebody didn't step through yet?
Ash.
Yeah, the kangaroo man.
Okay, Ash, you're there totally by
I'm keeping
yourself.
his cowardice. I'm keeping his cowardice.
Okay, so you're just stuck in that place by yourself. I'm going to start to describe the room for the other guys.
Yep.
Okay, you come out on the other side. Now behind you is the same looking type of portal that you just stepped through. In front of you, the dungeon type room looks the same again, but now the floor is opened up and it actually drops down into a really deep chasm. And in that chasm, you can look down and see there's kind of like this layer, and it's flat. It's flush with the floor that you're walking on. So it's like the floor doesn't like dip and go down. It's just like, here's the floor. There's like some kind of hole, and there's some kind of green shiny stuff. Okay? And in that green shiny stuff, you see rusted weapons. They're, even if you could dig them out, they wouldn't be useful. But there's skeletons of all different types of creatures that you have no idea from different planets. There's rusted different types of armor, bits of like gun pieces, and all different types of technology. You're not even sure what some of it is. All looks corroded to hell.
I want to rip a small piece of my robe and drop it in the green stuff to see if it's acid.
All right? Is that what you do?
Yes.
Okay, you drop it in there. I'm not going to make you make any roll for that. And it doesn't quite splash in or anything like that. For a second, you drop it in, it hits the top, and the top just kind of quivers. And then slowly it starts to suck it in like jelly.
I think that it's a giant, like,
That's cute.
yeah, dude.
Now let me describe one more thing. On the edges, okay, like so you've got the hallway, right, and then a huge section of the floor from one side. I'd say probably about a good 5 feet. So if you jumped it, it would be a really scary jump.
Like how? I'm pretty fast. Do you think I could make that jump?
You'd probably be okay because your check is pretty high. But
I mean,
for the
I'm
rest of you who are not,
I'm pretty
only-
tall.
I'm a dwarf, and my speed is pretty slow. It's like a 9.
Hey.
What if I
Think-
pick up Kyle and throw him across?
Yeah,
I was gonna make that
All right.
suggestion.
Can the orc throw me and get me on the other side so I can see?
well, let me just say one more thing, okay? This is important, okay? Parts of a wall, because of this big acidy jelly thing, parts of the wall around the edges that are kind of starting to fall apart. Like, so there's pieces of rock around both sides, like big chunks of rock.
Oh, so they make like a stepping stone kind of thing?
Well,
Wouldn't it get
Right.
sucked
they're
in?
on the edge, but I mean that's an idea.
Like a ledge you can walk on?
Well, they're not. See, they're not in the jelly yet. Nobody's put them in the jelly. They're on the edges. It's like the walls on the sides have like crumbled in.
Do
and
do
they're
they
on
look do they look as if they would crumble under somebody's weight?
Why don't you? I mean, you're gonna have to do a test, man. I'm not gonna just be like you
Well,
assume
can I-
through calculations in
I'm
your
pretty
head.
fast.
Well, who's the heaviest one here?
I'm pretty
I'm
fast. Can I like put my weight on it?
65 kilograms.
How heavy is he?
I'm 185 kilograms.
I say
I'm
we
200.
have the heaviest person here stand on one of the rocks, just
Oh,
on
that's-
the ground to see if it crumbles.
That might kill him.
Oh, okay. You're asking if on the ground would they crumble? Okay, like you can tell these are solid. Like
Okay.
on rock, if you stood on top of it, like even the heaviest motherfucker in there would never break one of these. Like this
Okay,
is
'cause
solid.
I think that's what we were getting at, seeing if they were sturdy.
Okay, yeah. It's not like limestone or something. This is like some kind of iron-based rock. So
Okay.
they're strong-ass rocks.
Okay.
You can assess that right away, just from their density and how heavy they are.
I really want to throw Kyle though.
Well, I think the safest thing to do is to take the rocks. Try to cross the rocks.
Are you going to try to cross the rocks?
But okay, the rocks are not in the Jello. Like if
they're
you want
not.
to put them
Wait,
in there,
we need
you
someone
gotta
to pick them up.
pick them up and throw them in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you need to do.
Ah.
Okay,
I didn't want to just give
I
that away,
pick up
but
the rocks and I'll toss.
I don't know
them.
your name yet, so I'm gonna say
Yeah.
green. Is he green? Is the orc green?
Deep green, yeah.
Hey, green fellow. Think you can pick up those rocks and put it in the other green stuff?
Yeah, I could manage.
Okay. So
Just
is
gonna
that
kind of think to myself that sounded a little bit racist.
I'll help you. We can take this rock together.
So should I roll a 1d20?
First check.
Yeah, you would make that roll, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think I made it.
Oh no.
I want to assist him with his lifting. 2 people carrying a rock.
A natural 20.
Oh, there you go. Somehow, like, I think you guys watch, you're both, like, kind of fumbling around with it, and James's character just shakes his head, like, what the fuck? Like, and so out of kind of like an adrenaline rage rush, he just picks up, tosses one in, and it goes like, blub, blub. And it, like, it seems to be floating on there pretty well. You guys stand there and watch it just for a bit, and it looks like maybe, like, really slowly, every maybe 5 minutes or so, a millimeter of it goes down. So it's slowly starting to sink in there. But
Where
I hop on the rock.
about is it inside the goo? Like, is it halfway through, a quarter way through? I mean,
yeah.
like from
One of those.
distance-wise, from the from our side to the other side. Do we need to put another rock in there, or can we jump onto that rock and then jump onto the other side?
you'd probably only have to put at 2 or 3 max to like make so that you could just like take long strides to walk across. You wouldn't even
Okay,
have to jump.
I want to try and throw another rock inside the goop.
Guys, this is crazy. My son's watching YouTube. Like he's watching Peppa Pig,
Uh-huh.
and he changed the channel, and I wanted to see what the heck he's watching just to make sure it's nothing crazy. He's watching our podcast. I mean, our cast. He's watching our. I don't know how the hell he even found it. Like that's pretty crazy. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah, that
I'm
kinda
glad,
blew
I'm
my
glad,
mind.
I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I kind of controlled my language.
It's all right.
I'm
Can't
gonna
hold anybody accountable for that.
I'm
I
gonna
cuss
do a
more than anybody else.
I'm gonna do a force check to see if I can throw the second rock into the goo.
Okay.
Oh, fail.
Can I help him? He looks like he's struggling.
Natural
Wait,
one.
wait, just a second here. He's not just struggling, he's epically failing.
Don't throw it on
Okay,
your back.
Go ahead. I want you to make make a speed check real quick.
Who?
Gorban.
Okay.
Make a speed check.
10.
Okay. This is a 50-50 pass, so you passed on that one. But if you just about fucking dropped that on your toe, you almost broke your foot. So you need to be careful. Yeah, you came really close to breaking your foot. Like you're just kind of making a fool of yourself right now. You pick it up, you're like, ah.
It's all right. I
Just,
can't
flip it
see.
out. All the other guys are like, what's this guy doing? Is this guy okay? Like,
I think he needs a little help. I want to help him. Can I roll
Alright.
a force check?
Yep, do another force check.
Ah, no.
Oh no, you suck almost as bad as me.
No,
I would
yeah,
like to assist.
How wide did you say this this pit is?
5 feet.
I'm gonna attempt to just jump the whole thing.
All right, go for it.
Same here.
These,
I mean-
these guys just fiddling around with these rocks is getting a little bit out of hand.
All right, speed check. Uh-oh, you failed. All right.
Stop.
So go ahead and make a vigor check real quick.
Scott, how far
you're
along?
lucky.
How far across did you say it was?
5 feet.
5 feet about.
Oh shit! I could just probably like walk
Yeah,
over
later.
that.
Yeah, I could just take like a really long step. I mean, I'm 3 meters tall, dude.
I wanna
Yeah.
Just whoop.
after you say what happens to Catherine there for
Okay,
saving.
but let me just say what happens to Catherine real quick. Okay, so Catherine, he goes for a running jump, slips, and one boot starts to kind of go in and burn a little bit, and he quick pulls his foot out, and like there's smoke coming off of his foot for a little bit, but he's okay. He didn't get hurt.
I want to. This is gonna not end well. I want to attempt to. I want to ask Corvo, the orc, to throw me across.
Well, wait. Make a suggestion.
And I gladly
Yeah.
agree.
You should try to throw him off from the rock that we already have in.
Like toss me from the.
No way, you guys are gonna make it sink.
That's a risk I'm willing to see them take.
Well, I have an idea. What if I take a step over and you, Corvo, lift up the dwarf and hand him over to me? I can put him down safely.
That sounds like a much better idea.
But
I just
think,
want them to carry me over there. I just want to end up over there. That's all I want.
I want to hop on this rock. Can I get on this rock?
Okay,
It's
why don't you
already
do that
in
first?
It's in the jelly.
Why don't we do James make a speed check?
I have a 20, so what does that mean?
Well, just
20
do your
speed.
check real quick. Yeah. Okay, 5. Okay, you'd actually have a 5 bonus, so you'll be okay. You make it across. Like you don't do it as gracefully as you would imagined, because the rock kind of wobbles when you jump on it, but you do make it across. But it doesn't look like with any kind of flourish or anything. It's like kind of amateur.
Does the rock that I stepped on sink at all?
Only a tiny bit, maybe a centimeter.
See, I think it's safe to have 2 people on that. You could throw our short friend over.
Go ahead.
I take.
How exactly are the rolls working? I'm just like a little bit confused on it.
Okay, so I'll just let you know the difficulty check to get over this is 10. All right. If you have a skill that is 15 or higher, every point above 15 is a +1 to try and get past 10. Okay, so does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
You're rolling. Okay, the difficulty is 10. You're rolling a 20-sided dice, so 10 or higher, you make it across. He had a 20, so his bonus is +5 because every point above 15 is a +1.
Well, my speed's a 20 as well.
Okay, so you're gonna have a +5 when you try.
Okay, so
You wanna try? Do it. Go.
well, I mean, like from when I rolled before, I rolled that 6.
Yeah, you're fine.
You should have been fine, but you see, you didn't understand how
Was
the
that on a
rules
speed
work.
check? I'm sorry. I didn't know your speed was 20 at that point. I apologize. You should have made. Well, you made it across then. Okay. I forgot that you're like that.
Pat's over there.
dexterous.
Somebody, quick, throw me to Catherine.
Yeah, that makes sense because you're the vampire. Oh, sorry. I keep thinking you're the orc. I'm sorry.
No, that's my brother.
I just want
Totally.
somebody to throw.
That's why. Okay.
Somebody
All right.
throw
the dwarf and I'll catch him.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
I'd throw the dwarf.
And
Alright.
I'll look
All
like
right.
I'm ready to make sure no one messes anything up.
All right. So go ahead and do a force check to throw a dwarf. All right. And what is your force?
17.
Okay, so you'd have a +2
9.
is 8.
Or 8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So actually, it's not that bad. Okay, you throw him, and pretty much he doesn't even make it all the way across. He just like lands face first on the rock in the middle, and like does this like kind of like, and like so Your feet are starting to burn a little bit. Do a vigor check real quick, because they're hanging off the edge. You're kind of like hanging.
18.
Oh, nice. Okay. You quickly, like, even though they fucked up, you pull yourself up and pull yourself together like really fast, and you make it look cool. Like, you're like, no, man, this is what I meant to do. It's what I meant to do. All right. All right, but your feet are kind of smoking now. Like, you got to kind of brush them off.
Okay, I brushed my feet off.
Okay,
I
so
want to turn around and I want to tell the orc that he's an embarrassment to his people because he can't even throw a dwarf. I said that to him.
so Scott, I'm
That is so rude.
I'm 280 centimeters tall. I
Okay.
can literally take one step.
One step across, right? It's going to be a really wide step. Make a.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you
Wait, I'm not done.
I will be right back.
Okay.
On my way, while I'm taking this step, I'm picking the dwarf up with me. Because I'm tired of them.
He's on
just-
the rock,
Okay.
right?
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. I'm going to have to make you make 2 checks then, though. Okay. So you're going to have
Okay.
to make. I'll give you a speed check with a +2 because you are so gigantic that it wouldn't take much dexterity.
Yeah.
But then you're going to have to make a regular force check to pick him up on the way.
Okay.
So make your speed check first.
Yeah, speed check.
Natural
Okay,
20.
yeah. Well, okay, actually, you know what? Because you got a perfect 20, you don't even need to make the force check. You do this, like, incredible, like, twisting loop and spins and stuff and grab the guy gracefully, set him down, and look like a pro when you do it. You look badass. Like, people are just like, oh, shit. Like, guys.
Nice
And
to
I-
your
I-
way.
Is everyone across now?
No,
I
you're still
look-
in the middle.
I look.
I jumped across. I jumped over.
I look
I need
back.
to attempt to jump over.
I look at the bulky orc and be like, "Stop fooling around."
All right, so the orc's going now. Sorry, what's the orc's name?
Corvo Dormathus.
Corvo.
Corvo, okay. Corvo. Oh, Corvo, that's Corvo. Okay, go ahead, Corvo, make your roll. Oh, perfect. He actually looks pretty graceful for an orc. You guys are like, oh, we shouldn't be talking shit. This guy's like an NBA basketball player when he jumps.
And then
he look.
we've got our kangaroo friend still way back in the fucking previous hallway, and he's gone AFK for the moment.
And it's like perfectly laid out for a kangaroo. So I don't know. I mean, this is a jumping. It's a jumping part for a kangaroo. Okay. Okay. So you guys are all across. I'll go ahead and just describe. Now that kind of loop you made before through the hallway, it now goes the opposite way, and you look like pretty much you must have almost done like a lap on a running track. It almost looks like. I mean, you can't see around to the other side. Because in the middle of that is actually that mouth entrance that you came through that let you loop around. So you came in, you came a loop around, teleported, came out the other side, came around again, and now, as you come around the next corner from getting around that gelatinous cube trap, that's what it was, by the way.
I knew it.
Now you see a shiny metal orb just floating in the middle of the hallway, and it's like, you know, probably, what size is it? It's like, you know how big a punching balloon is?
Yes.
It's about punching balloon size. Okay.
All right. Before
Just
we
floating
do anything in this hallway, let's let the kangaroo guy decide if he's going to make his way through the light yet.
I'm back.
All right.
So you going to go through the portal?
My character's he's gonna get his courage to him. He's gonna make a leap for it.
Oh, but is it a quantum leap? He goes through there, comes out the other side, and pretty much what you see in front of you is your other party members on the other side have already crossed over what appears to be some green pool that they, right away, you can tell they don't want to touch it, be near it, or get anything in it at all. So you assume that might not be the best thing to touch, that green stuff. They've already somehow thrown a rock into the middle of it, and you can tell just by the way the rock's sitting in the middle of this jelly that, well, I should say pool, is actually jelly. It's kind of like blah, 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 blah. It's
Alright.
bobbling up and down. So what do you want to do?
My character's pretty smart, and he's gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna have a +2 to try anything that's jump. So
Yeah. I think I want to lick it.
No.
You wanna lick the jelly?
I want to lick the jelly.
Okay, go ahead and make a vigor check.
Be good.
Yeah.
There
Roll
you
a
go.
20.
All right, you happy, Kyle?
I've never been happy.
There you go. 15.
Okay. All right, your mouth hurts an excruciating amount, and you immediately, like, just out of reflex, spit it out, and yeah, it feels like if you've ever put something super hot in your mouth, and afterwards you feel like those fucking scallywag flags hanging down from the top of your mouth. That's how your mouth feels now. It's like you ate Captain Crunch and burned your mouth at the same time.
All right.
My character wants to ask Ash's character,
We're
how
not
does
in
it
the same
taste?
room.
It tastes an alarming amount.
It
Like,
tastes alarming about.
It's
Like-
the most sour and the most, like, acidically burning taste you've ever tasted in your life. Like, it's just, like, putrid. Like, you're kind of heaving even now after you did it.
Worth it. All right, my character's gonna make a jump for it then, I guess.
All right, make a roll. 1 dice 20. This is a speed check.
All right.
Okay, you easily
Afford
make it
it.
across. It's not even a problem for you. Okay,
So good.
now continuing on, the room starts to curve around again, like it's a hallway, I should say. It starts to curve around again. You come to the other side, and as I described to them earlier, there's a silver ball floating in the middle of the hallway. It's punching balloon size. It's just floating there. It looks beautifully, like, perfectly metal or shiny, untouched.
Without
unmarked by-
even thinking about it, I run up to it and touch it.
Okay, the second you
My,
touch it,
Wait,
my freakishly
before
ambitious-
he does that, can I like examine it and like see if I could recognize it?
I push you away and be like, no,
Before
mine.
he does that, as he's going,
okay,
I want to.
okay, actually, let's do all right. Bjorn, Kyle, and Dan make a force check. Everybody, all three of you make a force check.
15.
20.
Yeah.
Now,
All right.
to touch it.
Okay, so you guys are both like, wait, and like Bjorn, he's like 3 meters tall. He's just like, fuck off, and just pushes you both aside. You guys are kind of like, whoa, and like he just like walks up to it, puts a hand on it, and right away, like around his hand, a red like kind of light turns on, and it blinks to life, and symbols start to show up in the corner of the little red iris thing that just showed up in the middle. It's kind of like a red beam light type thing behind the actual metal surface, and right away those same kind of like mechanical tentacle arms come out, and 3 of them come out, and the first one has a ball on the top. That ball spins for a second like this, rotates, turns blue, and then a voice begins to speak from it. It says, "Riddle orb commence. Number 1, Riddle 1. At night, they show up without being fetched. In daylight, they vanish without being stolen. What are they?"
The stars.
Stars.
Wow, that was fast. Holy cow. Okay. Okay, that light turns from blue to green, and a second tentacle type arm pops out. A blue light shows up onto it. It says, "Correct. Execute Riddle 2. The maker sells it. The buyer purchases it for a loved one. The loved one using it is unable to know they are using it. It is almost the last thing that will be bought for that loved one."
Coffin.
Coffin?
Yeah, wow. Do you guys all know these already? Like,
No,
This is-
I play a lot of RPGs.
oh, okay. So that one turns green, a third one pops out, and it says, "Final riddle, Riddle 3, commence. I am always hungry for energy. I must be fed. If a finger touches me, it becomes blistered and red."
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah, you got it. All right, wow, guys.
Fire.
I guess I'm just really bad at riddles. Like, I mean, personally solving them, I'm not very good. So you guys are pretty good. Okay, all the arms retract in right away. The orb floats a little higher, waits for a hole to open up in the ceiling, pops up, and behind it, one of those same type of portals opens up that you saw before, like the beam.
The
type
light portal. I walked right into it.
I look sadly at the orb as it's flying away and like, shit. shit, I lost an opportunity to salvage that.
Yeah, and that thing happened fast too. It
Damn
wasn't
it.
like there was like no chance you would have gotten that thing.
I dive into the portal.
Okay.
Me too. Same here.
I want to tell Patrick Ryan Tobin not to be afraid of this one and to stick with the group.
Patrick's
Wait,
going
hold
through.
on. I don't want to dive right in. I want to take Patrick Ryan Tobin's hand and guide him through.
All right. So is everybody through?
Yeah.
I went through.
Okay. All right. You guys all come through that portal. You come out the other side, and you're once again in one of those very sci-fi, futuristic, hygienic-looking Tron-type rooms. That's a circle with like the little tiny seams on the wall. That voice begins to play again. It says, "Congratulations, stage 1 complete. Party members, well done. Non-combative mode operated on and made to finish this adventure. Stage 2 now commencing. Please take time to rest." Okay, so you hear like pretty much what sounds like a giant machine downloading something and like things being converted outside. And you have a kind of a minute to take a breather, and this is going to end our first session. You guys got past stage 1 with like no problem. That was pretty good. Go ahead and give each of yourselves 100 experience points, and you're actually already going to be level 2 for all your characters because this game you go up fast. So for level 2, the first thing you're going to be granted is 3 skills. Okay, now your 3 skills are going to be 3 skills you feel your character and class would use. These are not spells. These are only skills. I want you to think about 3 things, and let me tell you, there is an actual like mathematical way I have. No, see, the thing is with this game, what it actually is going to do is you'll say a skill, and then you and the DM agree on which ability it would be connected to. For example, if you said, I want to start working on sneaking in future adventures, or I want to work on, I would say, okay, definitely it's connected to speed. And then you're still not going to get any kind of bonus. You're just going to be studying that as you play. Like you're like, okay, I'm going to be trying to be sneaky as I play. After you've played an adventure and you've used the skill 1 time successfully, that means you've made a roll. You said, I'm using my sneaking skill, that one of my 3 skills that I'm studying right now. And that means the next session you can say, I'm studying that again, and you'll come back with a +1 bonus permanently.
Oh, okay, I understand.
And then you'll continue, but you're only going to start out with 3 skill slots that you can study at a time. You can't be studying more than that because your brain just can't hack it.
All right,
so
can I start?
Actually, I would like it if you guys just took time in between this adventure and next weekend to think about 3 skills. Number 1 that you think your character would have, that it's connected to your race, class, and planet. Okay? So think about that. And think about these are customizing your character, okay? And they can be any skill. We just both have to agree on what ability they connect to, and like what that your character would actually use it. Like if you tried to tell me the orc wants to learn hacking, I'd say sorry, no. But like, you know, pretty much think of things that you want to start being able to do, of what you see your character functioning as, of what you'd like to start, I guess, specializing it is really.
I think I have some good ideas, but I have a little bit of an advantage there because I know my planet pretty well. I sort of work on the exact race that I'm playing. So
it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, it'll work out really well. So
I gotta theoretical things.
I'm actually gonna have to end it here because I actually do have to go now. But we did actually complete the first stage of, and I'll let you know right now. There's 5 stages to this.
Okay.
Party intrigation, PTA, which means peer test administration. So, and this is pretty much you're all starting to kind of get a grasp on the fact that this is kind of like a training holodeck. And for those of you who don't understand that concept, it's like the Valhalla of training fields. Okay, so. Yeah, you feel like you've been called by the gods, those of you who are sub-tech, and those of you who are tech-savvy are like, oh, we're being tested right now. And,
what does my character fall under? For technology?
I guess it doesn't totally blow his mind because he's seen stuff like you have runes that let you teleport. So he's kind of in between, but there's some stuff like that metal orb kind of blew your mind. Like you've never seen metal crafted that perfect. You're just like, wow, what
By
is
the
this?
gods.
Yeah.
By
Maybe
divine.
stone. You'd seen stone, but so for you're kind of caught in between. You're like, is this the future? Is this the past? Is the future in the past?
Oh, okay.
So you know, because you gotta remember this was kind of like a dungeon at the same time. You're kind of grasping the fact that you're like, this is a hodgepodge. This is like a patchwork of stuff. You're like, I'm not
okay.
quite sure where this is yet, but I'm guessing this is an alien race that has access to technology from all levels and all planets. So, but that's it for right now. Like I said, you're level 2 now. 100 experience points is level 2. You do go up in level quite fast in my game, but you don't suddenly get like a shitload of hit points or anything like that. You start to work on. You actually start to add stuff to your character sheet. So.
I got
So
you.
you don't become like D&D
So-
heroes at level 20?
No.
So,
You start to get
100 hit points and Saga of -2?
You actually start off with a pretty good amount of hit points in my game because I feel like
yeah, I have
don't like,
I have 28.
yeah
I know.
I have 32.
I'd be sad
Yeah,
if our wizard friend had to start with 4 hit points.
yeah exactly. I hate that kind of like it's like a meat grinder type role playing game. I don't like that kind of stuff. I like to. How do you develop a character if it can die that easy? Like it doesn't make any sense.
Hey, Scott.
It totally turns you into a coward. That's what I know.
Yeah.
What was that, Aaron?
Scott, would
Yeah.
aggro skill and rage skill fall under like what my orc would be based off of?
Wait, so you
That'd be
want
good.
like,
That'd be perfect. So you want to do like a
taunt
rage?
things?
Yeah, like a
Is it-
rage or an aggro. Like I can hold more aggro than
Yeah.
everybody else.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's
so-
what
like
I
a
know. How combat
Taunting
works.
enemies.
Like World of Warcraft taunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could call that. You could say berserker skill, and it's tied to force. Okay, because you'd be using your strength to do berserker skill.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll talk more about like how skills will work specifically. Like, it'll be all stuff that we agree on, and then it's written into this. And some of these, like I said, there's not a big. I don't want to write out a big list because if you think about all the planets, all the races, all the classes, this list would just be insane. Like it would be too much to choose from. We'd take forever.
Yeah.
So it's better if we make our own lists. We go ahead and condense them later, and then these may or may not be added to the actual playbook of the game. I'm not too sure yet. I'm thinking what we do is these are going to be connected to abilities, so they have a stat that we're actually rolling, but they're not like a specific function that you're like, I have to use Berserker now. You can be like, oh, I want to open this door. I use Berserker. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And you're like, well, I just freak out and smash the hell out of it. I'm like, okay, I approve that. That's cool.
But let's go ahead and end the podcast here. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Guys, thanks so
Bye.
much for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good one.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed the first playtest of Starblade Saga. We'll see you next week.
Don't lick slime.